That's okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Not gonna do it. All right. Okay. Settle down. All right. So once again, welcome back to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Oh, Howard. Oh, wow. Let's back that up. Howard. On episode 233.
Yes, sir.
222. 23.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yep. So,
but yeah, episode what's that? 233.
Man, don't worry about that. That's the bitch. Like, yeah, you clean your device, nigga.
Right.
Clean your device. I ain't cleaning shit. Lower my bills and I'll clean the
Right. Let us clean your device, nigga. We'll get it right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how's everything been going for you the past week, my man?
Man, it's been crazy. I want to shout out my childhood friend. He just turned 40, so me and the missus, we went up there check him out. So we had it was a pretty good weekend. So we did that. We did a couple things around Raleigh and head back. So yeah, that's about it, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Work life still treating you fair.
But yeah, still with the roaches and rats. Hard. They just go out there, they moving in,
right?
Motherfucker. Like, look, man,
suitcases, like,
yeah, look, man, look, it's hard outside. We gotta be in there. We go, like,
they're looking at you like, nigga, you already know what it is,
Yeah,
make room, nigga.
I got to see the trash down and everything. How about you, sir?
It's been all right, man. And if y'all see me rubbing my eyes, it's just allergy season is kicking in, so been struggling a little bit. So I got my tissue ready, in case I start sneezing or anything. But it's been all right, man. Just a regular old work week, and trying to do a lot of moving and shaking around here, man. But for the most part, everything's been pretty standard. You ever get these requests on like Instagram from these female accounts trying to be, I get these a lot where some female, trying to friend request because my page is private. Yeah. And so I'll get a friend request and then I'll go check the page out to see if it's somebody I know. And it'll be some chick in a bikini, somebody, you can tell it's like a fake account.
Yeah.
It'll be like, it'll say something grammatically incorrect, like, I love you long time or some shit like that.
Like, I love penis.
Right.
Like, I love penis.
Video.
Come and DM and like,
right.
I'm like, what?
Right. And so I get those all the time. And so sometimes, I'll just immediately block them. But sometimes when I'm not sure, like, if it's somebody who kind of really does look good, I'm like, all right, you can follow. I'll let you follow. And then next thing I know, I'm getting a DM from them. Would you like to buy some of my content?
Yeah, these are content, or they'll buy like, oh, I'm in Bitcoin, or
right.
I'm doing like,
yeah, I'm doing a lot of those.
Yeah, like, oh, please.
I've been getting a lot of those here lately, man.
But
either the Bitcoin scam, which those I immediately delete. I don't even give them a chance. If you should say anything about Bitcoin or trading, mining, I'm immediately blocking the shit out of you.
Yeah,
because that's how my account got hacked. Before, a couple of years ago. But I've been getting a lot of the, female buy my content. Would you like to do a meetup? I'm just like, yeah, it's so thirsty out here, man. First of all, I can tell you a fake account. You know what I mean? So it's just funny to me, man.
Well, I think it's more so the money. It's not that they necessarily thirsty, it's the money. And then really, it's like these generic. What kills me, it'd be like the generic ones. Because it's like, that's not even the type of woman I like. I don't like those skinny, like, you get the little skinny mini, bikini girl. Like, bitch, this ain't 1950.
Right.
Bitch,
I'm getting a lot of those too. I'm like, there's nothing attractive about you.
Yeah, they better put some meat on that shit.
Right, eat a sandwich or something.
Shit, talk about Talk about some mini teensy weedy bikini talk about some, yeah, that would get all the men's.
Right.
It might get, some people ain't gonna get mad.
Not me. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, Sir Mix-a-Lot, I got it back.
Right.
That shit
right. But yeah, man. So that's just been funny to me here lately. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the show. Again, this is episode 233. And, don't forget, please hit those buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. We need funds.
Allocated. I actually heard that the school is actually...
Is it open?
I don't know about open. I just heard
making progress.
Making progress.
That's what's up, man.
Clap it up.
That's what's up.
Everybody all the time.
Yeah, man.
I can hear him now. The Triad Hip Hop Podcast is talking junk about my school. Let me tell you something. I'm making progress. I'm making it work. Right. I'm the most decorated, the most principal speaker ever. Right. And Triad Hip Hop Podcast. I ain't got the thing, but you gonna get your lash.
Right.
Get your lash.
Well, yeah, we gonna leave you alone, Dr. Umar.
Yeah,
brother Umar.
Yeah, we just having fun.
Yeah, we just having fun, man. Don't come up here. We got our own school. It's right behind us. Trust me, it's there. but yeah. So we don't have too much on the RIPs this week. We did lose an actor. From the long-running Law and Order series, Richard Belzer, known as Detective Munch. You know what I mean? It probably sounds a lot funnier to today's generation. But he was on Law and Order for a hot minute, man. I want to say they probably got a good 20 seasons. Mm-hmm. And he was on there like for the longest, man, from the beginning. So, and I believe it's the same one that Ice-T was on. But yeah, it was a good show, man. If you're into crime dramas and shit like that, you'd like Law and Order. You know what I mean? It's not just the older folks that like it. You just like a good crime drama. That's a good show. So yeah, rest in peace to him. Let's go ahead and just give him a quick moment of silence just to pay some respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. So, our condolences to his family. But yeah, so, we won't keep y'all too long today. We got a few things to talk about. There's been a lot of things going around here lately about snitching. And so our question of the day has something to do with that. So, did you want to tell them the question of the day?
The question of the day is Boosie wrong for standing his square about the whole situation with T.I.?
Right. So, if y'all haven't heard, Boosie, said he was kind of done with T.I. because he found out that T.I. had been doing some snitching. And, supposedly T.I. kind of told on himself. And so we just want to know what y'all think about that. You know what I mean? Is Boosie right for standing on that? Or should he just let it go? Because they are supposedly good friends, and they've been friends for a hot minute. You know what I mean?
Realistically, I'll be honest with you. You got to shout out 21 Savage because he called it out a while back.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if people remember, but that's one thing he was saying. Like I said, I don't care what OG you are.
Right.
It's like, no OG gonna come up here, on Crime Stoppers. You know what I'm saying? Like the commercial.
Yeah. A lot of people been talking about that. A lot of people been saying that. Like, hey, this is old news to us. You know what I mean? The nigga was doing Crime Stoppers commercial. So I don't know, man. I mean, but it is weird though that just now Boosie is calling him out, like you said, because it's been an ongoing, topic of conversation.
Well, the thing
about T.I.
Well, the thing of it is, dude, they've worked together.
Right.
As well, you know what I'm saying? They have, and then, I did hear that he said that he had the project with him and T.I. working together, but it hasn't came out because of the situation.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't blame
into that too.
Yeah, I don't blame him standing his square, but at the same time, it's just like, man, it's like now it's just, I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't want to sound like that guy, but people with integrity and all this. I mean, that shit's gone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, now it's like, okay, yeah, he did what he did, but okay, let's go make some money. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's kind of fucked up to look at it that way, but if he stands his ground, I mean, I don't,
yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with that because I mean, I think when the game, from what I understood it coming up, don't get me wrong, I think the 90s had some sus people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They had some sus people, but at the same time, I think we were given an image, and especially the cameras wasn't on, the celebrities that we had back in the day. It ain't on them like it's on them now. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they're monitored, even when they don't want to be. I mean, well, shit, that's even a regular person now. Even if you don't want to be monitored, you're monitored.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, there was at least an idea. What up, Red? There was at least an idea.
Oh, what up? What up?
Yeah, there was at least an idea that, you know what I'm saying, there was an idea or like some type of thing built in, like, okay, you don't snitch, you don't do this. These guys are tough. They about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think somewhere along the 2000s and whatnot, it's just like people started compromising on shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even like, things like Rick Ross. Don't get me wrong. I respect. I've grown to like him as far as like his skill set.
Right.
Like the verses, when he did with pretty much slaughtered.
Right.
But
it wasn't a fair match.
Yeah, it was. It really wasn't. And I really would, if they kept verses, I really would like to see him go up against someone else.
Yeah, I agree.
I really would have liked to see. But the thing of it is, like, okay, but he started out as a correctional officer, took a known drug dealer's name, and now I'm the biggest boss.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and then he tried to hide it for the longest time until he couldn't hide it no more. And it's like, dude, you were an officer.
Yeah.
A correctional officer. Bro.
Yeah, and it's like,
we got the paperwork, we got the pictures, we got everything. So
yeah, we got the donut. That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Like they compromise on these things. And then when you keep on doing that, now it's like the integrity is gone. Right. Like nothing's believable anymore.
I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of team Boosie on this one. If you're doing that, and if I'm part of that culture where we don't believe in snitching, then I can't rock with you. But it is something that's been going on with T.I. for a long time, and so it's like, why wait till now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. You know what I mean? Are you pro or anti snitching or whatever? How do you feel about Boosie stance versus what T.I. is saying? And we're gonna get into a little bit more later. We just wanted to ask that question, see how y'all felt. So let's go ahead and move on. I want to throw a couple of birthdays out there. So let's see here. On February 20th, happy birthday goes out to Daddy O, one member of Stetson Sonic, you know what I mean? Still doing his thing. On February 21st, happy birthday goes out to Wishbone of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Happy birthday to him. February 23rd, that is today. Is that today? Tomorrow. That's tomorrow, my bad. Tomorrow, happy birthday goes out to Ab Soul. My man, he was down with TDE, Top Dog Entertainment. Coming up on the 24th, happy birthday goes out to Earl Sweatshirt. Happy birthday to him. On February 26th, happy birthday goes out to Big Cap. I think he passed away, didn't he, Big Cap? Did he pass away? Hold on, because before I go any further. KAP, right? Yeah. He did pass away, right? Yeah.
Don't give me one. That was he was in the South, right?
Nah, he was from North. He was from the East Coast.
Oh.
Yeah, he died in 2016. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. He had done some stuff with Biggie for a little bit too. Because there's a famous story where he was DJing for one of Biggie's shows, and he kind of messed up the beat, and it made Big.
Oh yeah, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, and Big threw like a bottle of water or something at him because he was so mad.
I can't take it.
But yeah, so anyway, rest in peace to Big Cap, and happy birthday to him for February 26th. And then the last one, happy birthday on February 27th. Happy birthday goes out to Hurricane Chris. So yeah, so let's give them all some applause, claps. Let's just kind of celebrate. All right. So let's get into some new music. I got just a couple, joints. Griselda's been doing it big time, here lately. Westside Gunn, he dropped a joint called BDP.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not really a tribute to BDP, but he does mention the name in the song. And so I think he just kind of named it after the song. But it's just a typical Griselda, gritty, hardcore, song, where they just rapping, killing the game. And so then also Conway dropped a joint called Rodney Little, which features Prodigy. He got a verse from Prodigy on there, which is dope. Okay. So both of those go pretty hard. But that's all I have for music. But y'all should go check those out. Conway's called Rodney Little, and it features Prodigy. And Westside Guns is called BDP. So yeah, and then both of them go hard, man. You can't really go wrong with Griselda. I haven't seen him really do a bad song yet. You know what I mean? Have you heard anything from them where you like, nah, that ain't it?
Nah, that's
right.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I hope that they keep on with their trend, because in this game you got to keep dropping jewels and gems until people just no longer want to hear it. So just keep dropping them, man.
Yeah, they definitely the Lux 2.0.
Yeah. And
the new Lux.
Before we skip past the music, one other thing, Black Thought has dropped, he's dropping something called a love letter to hip hop. It's called Dear Hip Hop. BET kind of tapped him for the hip hop 50th anniversary. So I think BET is trying to do a special, and I think Black Thought is going to do this Dear Hip Hop joint. They did a clip of it. It seems more like kind of like spoken word almost. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's dope. You know what I mean? It's Black Thought. You can't go wrong. And him, he's a big lover of the culture of hip hop. So shout out to Black Thought for that, man, because that's the perfect person to do a love letter to hip hop. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, all right. So we can jump into some topics. You know what I mean? We got a few things to talk about here. Number one, congratulations to the brat. She is pregnant. You know what I mean? Let's give her some clip and clap.
Yeah, so what I did is I went up there and got in them cheeks, and I said, well, I'm looking for.
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm saying, if they needed, like, just a dude to just plant the seed, you know what I mean? I could have just called me. I'm here. I could have got both of y'all going. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people are wondering, why was it the brat that got the pregnancy?
Yeah, because I thought
Big Booty Judy. So basically they announced it on the Sherry Shepherd show, and the reasoning they gave, her wife, I shouldn't say girlfriend, her wife, Big Booty Judy, has kids already. So she was like, Brat don't got no kids, so I wanted her to be the one to be able to experience childbirth and all of that because it is special. So Brat was kind of like, nah, actually, I was good with her doing it.
Hell yeah!
Brat was like, you already got her, so your shit's gonna pop right out.
Yeah, they gonna pop right up. But that shit gonna be tight.
Right. So,
damn.
But it's not what everybody was expecting. But and plus Brat is 48 years old, so she's up there.
Wow, hold on, wait a minute. So ooh.
Yeah, she don't look it, but she's 48.
Yeah, but now I'm concerned about the health of the baby.
Right.
Now, if that baby, I mean, there've been things that they'll come out, but
right.
but at the same time, it's just there's a lot of risk involved with that. You know, when they come out, they may not be.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always risky the older a woman gets.
Yeah.
You know, whereas men, you know, we can keep shooting that sperm off.
Yeah, we can shoot up the club.
Right. Until we 100, you know,
club,
we can still do it. But women, you know, the older they get, the more riskier a pregnancy is. So I really wish them the best.
That's
why.
You know what I mean? That's why, you know, you got people like fucking Karl Malone up there, you know, getting, you know, younger women, like 13-year-old women.
Yeah.
But see, now I ain't gonna lie about that though. Like, don't get me wrong, he did that, but at the same time, he ain't the first dude that did what he did. Right?
So I didn't know the whole story about that. I was gonna ask you about that. Like, you know, so was it actually proven that he did do it?
I think they did. Don't take my word for it. He ain't really been in the child's life, but I think he got like another set of twins. One of them went to the WNBA, and he claimed that one, for what I heard. But
okay.
But that's what I'm saying though. But my thing of it is this, like, a lot of people done that. Like, they get younger women, they get younger girls because they know that they're fertile.
Right.
So they're going to be able to carry the seed. You know, they're young. You know what I'm saying? If they get an older woman, that's why they, you know, I'm not saying it's right. And I'm not advocating, go out here and get you a 13-year-old. That's not what I'm advocating.
Of course.
I'm just telling you, this is what people did back in from Jerry Lee Lewis.
Right.
Great Balls of Fire, motherfucker.
Right.
And damn,
Elvis.
he finally died, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this past year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he going to hell playing the PIM. Anyway. Yeah, Elvis, they get them young.
Yeah, man.
Because they know that they trying to, you know, they know that they fertile, and you know that, you know, people that do that.
Yeah.
I ain't, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So that ain't for you.
I ain't trying to be like, I ain't really trying to be like, fuck them kids, literally. Not fuck that. No.
But yeah, man. But yeah, you know, it's, you know, like I said, congratulations to the brat and her wife. You know what I mean? Just, you know, wanted to throw that out there. But yeah,
sorry for rambling.
No, you good, man. But you know, it is a lot going on with people like Karl Malone and, you know, stuff like that. So I always wondered more about that story. So I never really researched it, you know. But anyway, but yeah, so and also there's a documentary coming out. It's going to be on Hulu called The Rap Trap, and it's about you know, how the law enforcement is trying to use rap lyrics against these rappers like Young Thug and Gunna and those types who rap about being in the streets selling drugs and gunplay and all that trap music. And so they're saying that, you know, we should be able to use this stuff against you. You said it. You openly said it. And so there's a lot of rappers who are defending them, saying basically, nah, but this is entertainment. This is music. You know, it shouldn't be admissible in court. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know which side people are on, but the documentary comes out tomorrow, and it's going to be on Hulu.
Now, that's a mixed bag. Because, I mean, on one hand, you know what I'm saying? You know, on one hand, you know, some stuff is just entertainment. Like, for instance.
Right.
Like, now, I would say now, maybe not back then, but now, if I listen to Eminem and D12 and they're talking about all the shit that they did, I wouldn't take them that serious.
Right.
Because I know, like, okay, maybe they did it or they're doing this for rhyme play. Even if they did do this, they're doing this, they're talking about, you know, a story like, hey, I was this character, but I'm not now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fight for him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they brought up a good point, too. Like, you know, it's like these people in the action movies, you seen them going out and, like, go, and killing. We're just saying it.
Right.
And it's like we get punished or we get some backlash or something like that. So I do understand that point. The other side is when you do shit like Bobby Shmurda and them, and you know what I'm saying, like catching shit about a week ago.
Right.
A week ago. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of hard to argue. But you know what I'm saying? I get both sides.
Right.
I really do, because like I understand, like, okay, you know, some stuff, you know, some people, they might be talking that shit, but they not in that life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's some that's in that life, and it's like so they can just get more views and get more people to look at them. Well, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you what we doing over
here. Right. Yeah, and I can agree with that. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of rappers who talk about selling drugs and guns and all of that, using guns, but they're talking about this is what it used to be before I became an entertainer. You know what I mean? So, I'm just being real, because that was the life that I once lived. But then, like you said, you got some people who are like, yeah, this last week I shot this nigga. But you know what I mean?
About a week ago.
Right. So it's like, you can't, and I think that's these younger rappers who are feeling pressure to feel like that's as real as it gets. You know what I mean? I just shot a nigga. You know what I mean?
Yo.
You know what I mean? I just robbed somebody. You know what I mean? I just stabbed this dude. You know what I mean? And I came to the studio right after I stabbed him. So it's like, yeah, but that's kind of dry snitching on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them do that. A lot of them. That's like Judge Joe Brown. I was looking at a program with Judge Joe Brown. He was talking about, a lot of them. Yeah, some of them you do want to kind of go for the bat for, and he a judge, but like some of them, man, they just do it to themselves. It's like, this dude, man, this one had me laughing. Like, this nigga come up here talking about some, all right, now it's a stick up. But the motherfucker, it was like 5 police cars, like right in the place where he was trying to rob.
Dang.
I'm like, are you stupid? My man, like, nah, it didn't matter. Like, nah, that matters.
That matters.
Why you go up there? That's like you up there like with a meat suit on.
Right.
And like you go in the den of wolves or some hungry wolves talking about some, I'm about to fuck y'all up.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
Yeah, something's gonna get
climb over the fence at the zoo. Right. Like, who wanted lions?
Yeah.
They all just jump your dumb ass.
Jump your ass. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Talk about some, they was, what I'm saying, it didn't matter. Everybody gonna get it. Like, they train in them situations, and they got guns too.
Yep. So man, it's like, it's crazy, man. I mean, y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. Let us know, how do you think, should they be able to use the lyrics, or should they not, or should it be like a judgment basis? You know what I mean, based on the context of what they're saying. Like we said, if they're talking about something they used to do years ago, or versus something they're saying I just did recently. So y'all let us know in the comments, man, because I'm gonna check the documentary out. Like I said, it's called Rap Trap, and it's going to be on Hulu, from what I understand.
Okay.
And I think it's produced by ABC, so I don't know if they're going to do it on TV or not. But I know they said it's going to be on Hulu on the 23rd, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
So, that's an interesting one.
Check it out.
So let's go back a little bit and rewind back to the T.I. Boosie thing. I want to kind of go through the whole story and kind of give a little more detail here. So Boosie, he went on Vlad TV, which we do not, promote. We do not support in any way, shape, or form, because he's a culture vulture. So I will not be watching the Vlad TV, but I did see the clip on somebody else's channel where Boosie was talking about it, and basically Boosie is like, yeah, T.I. snitched on his own cousin. And, he was like, after that, he realized he was done with T.I. Now, T.I. did respond pretty quickly. He went on and did some interview with some trap podcast in the local area where he lives. And he said that basically it was sarcasm and almost like satire when he said it. And so T.I. is basically saying, I wasn't really being serious when I said it. But basically what T.I. said was, me and my cousin got caught up in some gun charges, and the police offered me a deal. The police offered T.I. a deal saying, well, I don't know if it was the police. It was either the police or T.I.'s lawyer that came to him and said, we can make this whole thing go away if you say that the gun was your cousin's, whatever his name was. Now, the cousin supposedly is passed away now. He's not alive. I don't even know how the whole situation went down, but I know that's what T.I. was approached with. If you say the gun was his, the charges go away. And so T.I. says, my cousin is dead, but I had a conversation with him after he died, implying that this was some kind of spiritual, let me talk to you, cuz, in heaven. And he asked his cousin what he should do, and supposedly the cousin gave him the okay. Like, yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm dead. Blame it on me.
Yeah. I'm snitch. Snitch.
Go ahead, man. Snitch.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, damn, I
Snitch
got
away.
yeah, everything. I mean, they can't do that.
So that's basically the gist of what happened. And so, but T.I. is saying that he said it kind of jokingly, but I honestly don't feel like that. I don't believe you. I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe you. But I believe that you believe that you had a real conversation with your cousin and they told you, yeah, it's okay, put it on me. If that'll help you, put it on me.
I know you aspire to be a rapper and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bars with the whole money folds and big holes.
Right.
And how y'all niggas roll.
Right.
While y'all roll me in the casket, you know what I'm saying? You be rolling with me with the rap.
So yeah, but it's a funny thing. But also, like you said, T.I. and Boosie actually had just completed an album project together that they were trying to release. And so now Boosie is like, nah, fuck that. We're not doing that. I'm not going to be known to be with some snitch dude.
Supporting the snitch.
Right. And so, but Boosie did say that the album was fire. He said that the interviewer, I don't know, I guess it was Vlad, asked him if he thought the album was going to be better than Drake 21 Savage. And he was like, hell yeah. He was like, this album would have been way better than that. This album is just, it's all the smoke you need.
It would be, I bet they would be up there talking about some best setting for me.
Right.
Best setting for me.
I don't even get that shit.
I'm like,
you can have that.
Yo.
But, what do y'all think? You know what I mean? Let us know, because this is an interesting subject. That's basically how the whole thing unfolded. You know what I mean? I don't. That's why I said I'm kind of with Boosie on this one, because the way T.I. is, promoting this, it doesn't sound credible to me. And another thing is, if you're part of that culture where you do not snitch, the average citizen who's not in the streets, yeah, you're expected to be somebody who's going to run and tell. Of course, nobody who does a crime is going to want you to, but they're going to know that you're going to do it. So they're like, okay, it is what it is. But if you're part of the culture of what they do, they're going to look at you like, it don't matter what the fucking consequences are or the circumstances. You do not open your mouth.
No.
You zip the lips and you leave it the fuck alone. So yeah, if I was in that street life, I just have to take the L. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm not going to tell you who did what or what did where, when did, how it happened. None of that. You just going to have to put me in jail.
We don't want you. We want your father.
Right.
We want your cousin.
Right.
Who died in this.
Right. We want to pin it on him, and that way we can let you go. And, if you're a real, street dude, gangster thug, whatever, it don't matter what they say. You're going to be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not pinning that on nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to have to go to jail. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to go to jail. It's just a code of ethics that they live by.
Yep.
So, that's the big question. Do you still snitch on somebody even if they're dead? Do you pin something on somebody just because they're dead? Is that okay? That's a big question right there.
Yeah.
So I really want to hear what y'all got to say in the comments, because I think that's very interesting, man. If it were me, it would be no circumstances that I could do it. Being just that I'm an average citizen, I'm not in that street life. Yeah, some shit go down, I'm calling the cops.
Be like Charles White, come call the police. And I got guns for you, nigga.
Right. So it is what it is, man. But y'all let us know. Did you have anything else you wanted any opinions on that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, just I think that album's gonna leak at some point.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
leak. I believe it will. At least most of it, if not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because they gonna feel bad about not releasing it. Either that, or they gonna squash the shit between them and say, "Hey, all right, we can release it now that we done squashed it."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting, man. I'm not really a big fan of either one of theirs musically. Bootsy especially. T.I., there's certain things he does I can tolerate some of his music, but I'm still not even a big fan. It's out of every 10 songs that T.I. does, might be one or two that I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. I can roll with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So but so if it comes out, I will check it out just to see how it is. But it's interesting. I'm interested to see where this goes from here. So yeah, we'll go from there. But before we wrap up the show, we definitely got to talk about the Wu-Tang American Saga.
Oh, before that, let's talk about the damn Fashion Week.
Oh,
shit.
Okay. Press pause on that. Hold on, y'all. Push the pause button.
So
yeah, tell me about my man.
The man Pusha T. He trying to. He stepped down from Good Music. He was the vice president.
Right. He left. What was that? About a year ago.
I think he left a little before that. Like what happened was because he went a little crazy.
Yeah.
So now,
little.
And so now my man got the little suit on, the little short joint.
Yeah.
With the little carry-on joint. With the socks.
With the
socks. And then Lil Nas X was matching the other sock on the other foot. I don't got a picture of him, but
yeah. So Pusha T and Lil Nas X were sitting together at Fashion Week, and they were rocking the same pair of socks. They were sharing them. Pusha T had on one, and Lil Nas X had on the other. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sharing
to make a fashion statement, And that's a culture I can't really rock with, man. Because
look, man, we homies.
I'll give
but you'll be out your motherfucking mind if you think like, yo, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my sock,
right?
You take the other sock, pull this shit up, nigga,
right?
Share this shit, nigga.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? We share the camaraderie, nigga.
Right? Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? They got the camaraderie, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got my sock on,
right,
and my man got his sock on. We socking and rocking and socking out here.
Not socking and rocking.
Rocking and socking out here, nigga.
Oh shit! But I can't do it, man. I don't care who it is. It don't have to be Nas X. It could be fucking Hulk Hogan. I don't give a fuck. I'm not rocking the same.
Let me tell you, brother. I got a sock. You're gonna get a sock, and we're gonna get together. And you're gonna be rocking and socking, brother. I got the red sock. You got another red sock on yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do, brother?
When the ankle socks run wild on you.
Yeah, it's a horrible impression.
Horrible on both parts.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, that's funny, man. Yeah, I gotta check that out, man.
Oh, and then hold on, we gotta talk about my man, yo.
Who?
What's my man's name? Hold on, let me see what. Yeah. Jonathan Major, who plays?
Jonathan Major.
Yeah, we gotta look at the
Kane the Conqueror.
Yeah, we gotta look at the Ebony joint.
Yeah, man. So he did the cover of Ebony magazine, and he's looking a little zesty.
Zesty. Wait a minute. Yeah, little spread joint.
I was showing it the house.
I
showed it the house.
Yeah, I'm done.
He's like, no, I don't want to see it.
I'm not. My man this dude kept on. He was like, so he got one like this. And he kept showing him like, yeah, my man is like this. And my man got the spread like butter right here, like butter and mayonnaise and shit.
Yo,
this is spread. I'm like, man, you don't put that shit up.
It was funny to me, man. You know,
yeah, my man's got the spread.
I was like, yo, look.
And I'm like, yeah, man, look right there. With the rock'em sock'ems, like
rock'em sock'ems.
The rock'em sock'ems, man.
But yeah, man. I mean, you know, and I don't have any issues with, you know, anyone in the LGBT.
Yeah, we just all
don't take that as a joke. Well, I'm just, my whole thing is, you know, if you're a typical straight man, you know, heterosexual man, why do they have to still try to make you effeminate in some kind of way? You know, he got his legs all crossed, and you know, and it's just like, I don't think he does that on a regular basis. So it's like, why? You know what I mean? Why? I don't get it.
That's a dude right here from New Zealand. Let's clap it up.
Oh, what up, man?
Thank
you for checking us out.
We appreciate you. Yeah, we to tell your friends that we doing what we're doing is we're doing our show on Wednesdays now. So we used to do stuff on the weekends, but we're doing our shows on Wednesday. We won't have a show next Wednesday because he has some personal things going on. I won't get into that, but yeah, just to let you know that we're here about on Wednesdays, and we usually start about 12:01, and then we'll have like the actual like recordings up around Fridays or whatnot. So,
yeah. So after I kind of doctor this one up, this will be up on YouTube. You know, on Friday.
Could you review? We actually, you check us out on the lyrical. We got a lyrical breakdown, and we got a Lost in Thought. The lyrical breakdown, we kind of do breakdowns of lyrics and stuff. So just check us.
What?
It's a review song. Oh, and I told them, actually, you know, I could press this button here and then bam. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so they could go across, but
cool.
Yeah. So
cool. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We'll try to look into that for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But yeah, so you know, that was kind of funny, you know, just seeing Jonathan Majors doing that. You know, I don't know, you know, what the intention behind it was. You know, I know, man, hating on him was just, you know, weird. You know what I mean? Now that he's trying to play the big bad King the Conqueror in the Marvel universe.
Man, they trying to do a little spread.
Right.
Man. I wasn't feeling the spread.
Right.
Spread like
spread your balls like this.
Yeah, spread them. Like, nah, man, we ain't spreading like butter.
But yeah, you know, I mean, speaking of Marvel and the whole Kang thing, you know, I did go see Quantumania, the new joint. And, you know, it's getting mixed reviews, you know what I mean? I think it just depends on the perspective you're looking at it from, is whether you're going to like it or dislike it. I don't think there's really much in between. It's just whether you like it or dislike it. You know what I mean? If you're just like a fan of, let's say, Jonathan Majors, and you just want to see him playing a bad guy, you're going to love it. If you're a fan of the Ant-Man movies and how they typically go and their humor and stuff.
And Jude Rudd or something. What's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
If you're a fan of those types of movies that he normally does, this one is actually a little bit different. You know, you don't really get to see the other people who normally help make the humor in the movie, like the little friends, the T.I. friend, and the dude that always tells the stories in the front.
Yeah. My man, that dude tripped me out.
Right.
Like the way he be breaking it down.
Right. I was kind of hoping he would be in there, but none of those three are in there. So it's more so all about them being in the quantum realm, and you know, that they kind of keep the focus there. So that's what I'm saying. It just depends on how you're looking at it. If you were going to see stuff like that with the friends and all that humor from the law enforcement guy Wu, him, you know, Wu does make a quick appearance.
Now he teamed up with in the Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, he was in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where you more know him from. You know, WandaVision or either Ant-Man. But he made a quick appearance in the beginning, but that was about it. But so most of the movie has a very serious tone to it. Just to tell you that, and it's one of those things where I don't think Marvel is going to be able to get 100% satisfaction on something like this, because a lot of people who watched the Ant-Man movies felt like there was too much humor. We want more serious. And so I think Marvel was like, okay, we're going to give you serious. And now some people are like, no, we wanted the humor. So it's like one of those things where you can't really win for losing. So, but I overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I had to rate it, I would give it somewhere between a 7 or 8. So, it was good, but there was stuff that they could have done a little bit better. So I'll leave it at that. And maybe once Howie has a chance to check it out, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it. So, all the spoilers are out there. You can go online and people are telling you exactly what happens in the movie and all that, but I'm not doing all that. This is more of a hip hop show. Just wanted to bring it up in conversation.
The movie I want to see though is that Creed.
Yeah.
I want to see that shit.
Yeah,
I want to see that shit. That shit look good,
man.
Which I need to see the first 2 movies, but still.
Oh yeah. Go back and see those, man, because it's coming out in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
The new Creed, so it's like March 3rd, so it ain't that far away.
Yeah. What can I see that on?
The original ones, I'm not sure.
Probably have to go look.
I have to look it up. Yeah.
I hope ain't no damn stars. I'm get tired of this damn, packing this shit. Like,
right.
Buy this off. I'm like, man, y'all don't put this shit up and let people watch it.
Right, exactly. I know sometimes I see them on regular TV, but they're gonna cut out a lot.
Oh yeah,
TV, so
especially on BET, like, I'm gonna whoop your butt.
Right.
Butt.
Right. Yeah, so if I find out where it's at, where it's unedited or uncut, I'll let you know. But we just wanted to bring that up. But before we go, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the Wu-Tang American Saga, which is out now. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry, doing the wrong one. I'm doing the Rockefeller. Yeah. I'm sorry, doing the.
Wait a minute, Woo.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, the woo. So anyway, so they've released the first, 3 or 4 episodes. I've watched up to the 3rd one. I think the 4th one is there, but I didn't watch it. Did you watch past the 3rd one?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go back and watch it, but man, I ain't gonna lie, that 3rd episode, man, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. I loved it. It was basically the 3rd episode was kind of a tribute to Old Dirty because they kept it all about him. But the first, like I said last week, the first episode kind of story about how Old Dirty wanted to be on Def Jam, but RZA got him a deal that was actually more profitable and more, a little better for him through Elektra, because Elektra was like, yo, we believe in his vision and how he wants to do the album. And people like other companies like Def Jam would have been looking at it like, this shit sounds crazy. We're not supporting this. So Elektra was just like, nah, we like how crazy his style is and all of that all over the place. So we want that. And we want to pay him a lot of money for it. But Old Dirty was just kind of mad that RZA signed him up without letting him know, so that kind of kicked off the season, and
which, I mean, to be fair, I think he should have let him know.
Yeah, he definitely should have. You know what I mean? He should have let him know.
But looking at it in the site, like, if you look at Def Jam, they don't really have a lot of outlandish right. I mean, you got the Beastie Boys and Run DMC. Yeah, but
Run DMC was a little safe, but
that's what I'm saying. But it's kind of a polished branding.
Right.
It's very polished. If he went to Def Jam, he wouldn't have been happy anyway. Right. Because they would have told him like, oh nah, you can't come in, like you can't be wild like that.
Right.
That and the third, like
exactly. They would have tried to get him so polished it wouldn't have came out right.
Yeah, and certain people can do it, but you know what I'm saying, with him, like, nah, you couldn't do that with him.
Right.
Because that's Elektra, a label like Elektra, where you got people like Jizza, you know what I'm saying? Jizza ain't like a if you look at him, he's not really a Def Jam artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he got like the subject matter of what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So we've been able to,
And I think that, with Old Dirty, I think, a lot of us who grew up on hip hop, Def Jam was like that beacon of light for hip hop. It was just like, if you can get on Def Jam, you at the top. That was like the biggest and best label for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just felt like if I can get there, I can get anywhere.
I can make it.
Right. It's kind of like the New York's, slogan. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. And so I think that's why Dirty was so hung up on it. But like RZA said, this is a better deal, even though it's not what you perceive it to be. Trust me, this is the better deal. So I think, RZA was definitely wrong for just signing him up. I would have told him, look, I would have gave him my best pitch. Look, Elektra got a better deal for you. Maybe you can switch to Def Jam later on, but this is a chance for Def Jam to see how good you are. Let Elektra expose you, and then let Def Jam look at you later and say, hey, we want you. We like what you're doing.
Yep.
And that would have probably been better. But ultimately, if Dirty would have in real life just said, no, I don't want to do it, I'd have been like, all right, well, keep trying with Def Jam and come back to me whenever they finally, do what you want them to do. Because, sometimes you got to let people learn on their own. You know what I mean? You can't just force them like, yeah, I gave you the better deal. If he don't want it, he don't want it. You know what I mean? I'm glad he did do the album because, that was a classic album.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. I think it's RZA's character.
Yeah.
It's the cancer in him.
Right.
That's really what that is because it's like, man, he's thinking about, man, this is family.
Right.
I got to take care of these people. That's the whole thing of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I kind of see him like trying to be, being stressed out and trying to work and doing all this stuff to make these deadlines. And it's like, look, man, I gotta, I gotta make sure this falls through because I've told them that, hey, I need 5 years of your life, so we can make it out on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's got this like, I'm responsible. I gotta take care of these people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, that's.
And I like how they, how they went into them living in the mansion in Jersey and all of that, and how that was, showing them that, able to, start a better life. You saw RZA had the rings on, the little pyramid-looking earrings, which he was famous for back in the late '90s. So yeah, that was dope to me. And I do think that the dude who plays Old Dirty, I think he does a great job. Of doing it, man. And so, the third episode, gets into this backstory of ODB. Because ODB was kind of a child of the '70s, and he always loved that old '60s and '70s soul R&B type music. So you hear a lot of that in his album. He does a lot of singing and reminiscing about those old days and stuff like that. So they did a great job of kind of, capturing that on the episode. And, they had people playing different roles. RZA played the one that played RZA played the club owner.
The club owner.
Yeah.
Now what tripped me out was they had Ghost and Ray singing it. Yeah, they was singing like the damn like Johnson Brothers shit.
Yeah, that
shit was hilarious.
That shit was funny as hell, man. So yeah, y'all gotta check it out, man. They doing a great job. I hate that this has to be the last season, but I understand. I understand where they're going. But yeah, it's really good, man, and I'm not disappointed in it at all.
Nah.
I'm definitely gonna keep supporting the show, and if it ever gets to the point where we can share it on our social media, I'll do that. But yeah, what else did you think about the show?
Yeah, like I said, man. Nah, you good. Nah, like I said, I like the whole damn thing with the Don Cornelius.
The Don Cornelius brother. I forgot about that. He pulled the hat back with like all this computerized shit in his head, and he was like, "Ting" with the little joint in his mouth, and then he stabbed him in the head.
But yeah, that was hilarious, man.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's just. But yeah, it was crazy, man. That dude wild, man.
Yeah, and it seemed like it came straight out of ODB's imagination, man. Like you could just tell that's some shit that he could have thought of. You know what I mean? That he could have seen playing out like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, please go check it out. It's on Hulu. It's called Wu-Tang: An American Saga. Yeah, man. And you're going to love it. If you love Wu-Tang, you know what I mean, you're going to love it. So, you know, and I wish we could have still been able to see him. If Old Dirty Bastard was still here, we would have seen him at that concert we went to last year, man, because they put on a good show, man. And even his son did a good job representing him. But, and, you know, the son was trying to be in the show. You know, he wanted to play his father, but RZA told him, you know, you good, but this dude, trust me, he's a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And that's a hard decision, you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody who's family, and you still got to tell them, I still got to go with this guy over here. And I think it was a wise choice, you know what I mean? This dude, he playing the hell out of his role.
Oh, yeah. He's
playing the hell out of his role. Yeah. I'm glad, you know, that it worked out the way it worked out. So, but yeah, everybody's represented in the show. You know what I mean? You God is represented. RZA, he does a good job with doing RZA. Raekwon and Ghost, I mean, man,
yeah, man.
They capture them. They capture them like crazy.
Man. Yeah, man, we can do the album, you know, we ain't got to be over here, man. Every time waking up, the man fucking over here.
Yeah, so Ghost and Ray said that they were going to, in the second episode, they said they were going to leave and go to, what country was it? Belize to do the album for the Only Built for Cuban Links album.
Mafioso, you know what I'm saying?
So, which is kind of dope. I can't wait to see more about that. I'm sure they're going to go back to that too. So, yeah, but this, so far, man, it's so dope, man. I love it. But yeah, man, I think that's all I had to say, man. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. You know what I mean? It's a great show, and I implore everybody to go check it out. But yeah, thank y'all for the comments. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We'll definitely go back and check them out.
Appreciate the views.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, please don't forget, tell your friends to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
We need funds.
Allocated.
For so better cell phones.
Yep.
That's the old phone I got,
man. That's a throwback.
It's got polka dots.
Hold on, polka. Why you got polka dots to it, man? Yo, my man with the spread.
It's a hand-me-down. This shit was given to me.
Oh, damn, my man handed down the spread.
Right.
Spread down the flood.
We're gonna have to get a cash out going so we can get some donations, man.
Oh yeah, fact.
But anyway, man, that is it for episode 233.
233.
We appreciate y'all, you know, following and checking us out week after week. I just did a lyrical breakdown on True Boy the Dove, aka Plug 2. Dave Jolicoeur from De La Soul did that yesterday, so go back and check that out. Wanted to kind of pay homage to him. And, you know, we try to do a lot of that where we just pay homage to those who are really dope with the lyrics, you know what I mean? Except your man's not hot.
Hold on, man. My man, the thing of...
I was laughing, boy. When you did that shit, I was like, what the fuck is Howie doing? I was like, what?
No, the lyrics went hard.
So that's not hot. That's not hot.
Never hot. The whole shit was out of my peers.
Right. Right, exactly.
Goodness.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
The man's not hot, got him choked up, man.
Man. Cheers.
But anyway, man, for episode 233, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all on the next one, all right?
Peace. All right.